Pretty Boy Detective Club Manga Edition Volume 2 Review. It's a new year in spite there being no sign of more Pretty Boy Detective Club night novels making it to the West. Vertical has just released Volume 2 of the manga adaptation. Does it continue to delight? Let's find out. As we read with our cast, we find protagonist Mayumi Dojima has formerly joined the Pretty Boy Detective Club. It is not long before the group find themselves embroiled in a new mystery. On her way to school, Mayumi runs into a businessman who drops a large bundle of 1,000 yen notes, which of course she swiftly returns to him. In exchange for not just pocketing the money, the businessman lets Mayumi keep some of it as a reward, but not everything is quite as seems. Back to the club room, Mayumi informs the others about her mysterious encounter before long. They realize the money Mayumi was given is both fake and has a hidden invitation inside. This invitation is for the Reasonable Doubt Casino, which is being held at rival school Kamikazari Middle School. Of course, Mayumi and the others are eager to get to the bottom of both the counterfeit money as well as the businessman who was carrying it around in the first place, so together to set up for a night of gambling and mischief at Kamikazari. However, that's not the only storyline in this manga collections, as it also adapts Volume 3 of the light novels. The second storyline sees the club resigning their club room, which leads to them discovering a secret passage in the ceiling. Hidden within are replica paintings of many famous works, but they have one thing in common. All the people who should be depicted in the pictures are missing. The paintings have been stashed in a secret passage for at least 3 years, which means trying to figure out their origins is going to become tricky for the club. In fact, Mayumi might even have a return to a new friend which she made a reasonable doubt casino case, which the rest of the group are certainly not going to be happy about, since they're rivals with the school. But Mayumi will do everything it takes to solve this case, since solving it may lead to her quirking the feelings it belongs she's been struggling with. Considering the next volume of this manga adaptation is the final one, I'm somewhat surprised the series didn't wrap up with the replica painting case. For what I've been seen and read in the series so far, I think it'll be having a satisfying point since it's here that the Mayumi finally comes to realize she belongs to the Pretty Boy Detective Club with the stylish boys. Ever since her dream of becoming an astronaut was put to bed in Volume 1, our heroine has been struggling with figuring out who she is and where she fits in the world. She has been especially difficult when she's been in the club since she's neither a genius, born or a detective like the others. So she wonders if she has a place here. The two stories included in this omnibus collection drawn explore her feelings, but take us through these interesting mysteries before finally having Mayumi comes to an answer to her fears and her questions. I also appreciate artist Suzuka Oda's decision to age out the character designs for the manga, since seeing them outside the casino makes a lot more sense when they look like high school kids compared to the realities of them being a middle school. The designs have certainly grown as the time goes, and since they proven to suit the personalities of the cast drawn these 3 arcs. As previously mentioned, Pretty Boy Detective Club Volume 2 comes to the West thanks to Kodachi via the vertical imprint and continues to be translated by Winnie Fredbird. The translation reads with no issues to note. The copyright for this volume reference contains volumes 2, 3, and 4 of the Japanese release, but it has to oppose the whole volumes. It just parts of volume 2, all of number 3, and some of number 4, since Vertical's initial release stated there was volumes 1 and 2. Either way, the English release will be finished, and the third collection is released in November. Overall, Pretty Boy Detective Club Volume 2 collects 2 of the best stories of the series and offers an entertaining and emotional reading as Mayumi solves mysteries while figuring out her place in the world. If you enjoyed the first book, then there's no reason not to continue with this one. 9/10.